shades of the Wild West in Florida. A new law allows people there to shoot someone if they feel threatened.
There's a new law that some are using to describe Florida as the gunshine state.
It is going to turn Florida into the Wild Wild West.
The Wild Wild West. The Wild Wild West.
Welcome to the not-so-okay corral.
We want to turn now to the other headline, the one that has the rhetorical guns blazing in Florida, the controversial new law just passed and signed by Governor Jeb Bush. The law goes into effect on October 1st, and critics say it sounds like something out of a Clint Eastwood movie.
What was it Clint Eastwood said? Go ahead, make my day. Well, Florida Governor Jeb Bush has done just that for gun owners here in Florida. It's going to be a lot easier to shoot and kill someone in the name of self-defense.
There are those who insist it instantly raises the chance of someone pulling the trigger, taking a life, and not being prosecuted for it.
You could be hanging out at a bar just like this one, or you could be anywhere in the state, and if someone threatens your life, you can kill that person without fear of being prosecuted.
Well, shoot first, ask questions later. It's a new law here in Florida, and people can now legally protect themselves through the use of deadly force if need be.
The new Florida law allows citizens to employ deadly force in any setting, public or private, where they perceive a threat of bodily harm. There is no requirement to retreat.
The number one biggest threat facing America tonight comes from Florida, where a new law lets people who feel threatened in a public place use their guns. Which brings us to the number one threat, James Brady. Brady and his Brady campaign to prevent gun violence have been giving out brochures at the Miami airport warning tourists not to get into arguments with locals because they could get shot.
You step off the plane, you step out of the airport, and someone hands you a flyer warning you about guns. They're opponents of a new Florida law, and they have some gun advocates fighting mad.
This is the Florida tourism officials want you to see.
Seafood, nightlife.
But this flyer conjures up a different image.
We simply think that it's fair and reasonable to let people who are going to come here on vacation be armed with whatever knowledge it takes to make sure that their vacation is a safe one.
The Brady campaign to prevent gun violence is handing out leaflets at the Miami International Airport, warning tourists not to get into arguments with local residents or make threatening gestures.
The Brady campaign to prevent gun violence is placing this advertising in tourist magazines in other U.S. states and Great Britain. Soon, the group plans to have this billboard posted near the Miami International Airport to greet visitors.
Most arriving passengers had no idea about this law until they read that flyer.
People thinking they can just, shoot at will.
Someone might think I'm stealing his car, so he's allowed to shoot me.
Personally, I think it's ridiculous. I think it just condones violence and further supports it.
I think putting a law on the books will automatically make anybody say, well, hey, this is my opportunity.
I guarantee you that some people are going to misuse this law. They're going to think it's going to give them total immunity. Even police officers who are allowed to use deadly physical force don't have total immunity.
The people who are most at risk of being in one of these tragic misunderstandings are the people who don't know that deadly force can now be used more often in Florida.
This is a new law that has never been passed anywhere else before.
If you recall, last night I made James Brady my bitch. Check it out. I've leveled some harsh accusations at you tonight, Mr. Brady, so if you won't answer them and come on my show, you're a coward. Well, this morning, I received a little gift from my fax machine. Take a look. Actual facts. You lily-livered, Italian-suited, four-eyed Jon Stewart wannabe, you'll be crying in your cravat when I'm through. Do you want a piece of me? Do you want a piece of me? Jim Brady. Oh, it's on, Jimmy. It's on. I'll tell you what. Let's say we meet at dawn. Pistols, 20 paces. Oh, wait, you don't have a gun. Why, guess what, James Brady? That's a forfeit. I win. Oh, and Mr. Brady, faxing threats is for cowards. Real men use email.
Hold on to your horses. The law may be poised to expand to even more liberal degree. 2 state senators today pre-filing a bill that would eliminate corporate policies against bringing guns to work.
The Brady Group hopes Florida will be the last state to enact such a law. The NRA is working, though, on a similar law in Michigan.
Now, the NRA says that now that the law has been passed here in Florida, they will push to make it the law in every state in the nation.